Okay, so for today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make bikini bottoms using this 100% cotton yarn, Peaches and Cream. It's approximately 120 yards and a medium weight for. I will also be using a 4mm crochet hook. Okay, so to begin, we're going to do a slip knot. We're going to chain 4. Then we are going to slip stitch into the first chain there to form a ring. Now we're going to chain 3. That's going to count as our first double crochet. Now we're going to double crochet 8 more times in the ring. And I will meet you back. Okay, so this is how it should be looking. Now we're going to tie off this color and we're going to switch to another color. So I'm just going to snip that. And then we're going to pull that through and secure it. Now we're going to attach the new color on the opposite end here in the third chain. And then once you have that attached, I'll meet you back. Okay, so again, I just attached my yarn in the third chain right there. I just did a simple double knot there. Okay, so we're going to pull through to get started on that third chain there. I'm going to chain 3. Then we're going to double crochet 2 in that same stitch. Okay, so that's 3 stitches in that 1 stitch there. So now in the next 3 stitches, we're going to double crochet 1 in each stitch. So that's 1, 2, and 3. In the next stitch, we're going to double crochet 3 in the same stitch to form a corner. Now in the next 3 stitches, we're just going to double crochet 1 in each stitch. So it's 1, 2, and then 3. And then in the last stitch there, we're going to double crochet 3 in the same stitch. Alright, so now we're going to tie off, and then we're going to switch to another color. Okay, so I attached the yarn like how I did the previous row, so now I'm going to pull through on the third chain there to get started. I'm going to chain 3, and I'm going to double crochet 2 in that same stitch. Okay. So now in this next 6 stitches, we're going to double crochet 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, see 1 in each stitch, 4, right, and then 5 and 6. So that brings us to the middle stitch there, and we're going to double crochet 3 in that middle stitch. So it's 1, 2, and 3 in the middle there. So now on this side, we're going to do the exact same thing we're going to do on this side. Double crochet 1 in the next 6 stitches. Okay, all the way down, and then in this last stitch, we're going to double crochet 3 in the last stitch, and I'll meet you back after this row is finished. Okay, so this is what your piece should be looking like right now. It should be looking like a triangle shape. So now I'm going to attach my next color again at the corner here. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more row because it's basically repetitive after this. So I went ahead and attached my yarn here at the corner, and I'm going to again just pull through to get started. And I'm going to chain 3. So now always in these corners, you're going to double crochet 3 in that same stitch. So we're going to double crochet 2 more. So now we're just going to double crochet 1 in each stitch all the way until we get to the middle stitch. And the middle stitch is the cluster of 3 here. It's the middle one, see 1, 2, 3, it's that middle stitch right there. So always on each row, 3 in each corner, and then 1 double crochet on the sides here. So you're going to double crochet 1 in the next 9 stitches. Okay, see, so I made it to that middle stitch, so I put 3 in the middle there. Then I'm going to double crochet 1 in each stitch along the edge here. In this last stitch, we're going to double crochet 3 in the same stitch. We're going to tie off. So this is what it should be looking like right now. So we're going to continue this process for 6 rows for the front, and then for the back I recommend doing probably 8 rows. This is for a size medium. For a size small, you would of course adjust the number of rows right here, and same for a large. Okay, so I will meet you back here after I do 6 rows for the front. Okay, so the front is finished, so that's what it should be looking like. So now we're going to attach a new color, any of the 2 colors you've been working with, or any colors. You're going to attach it at the corner there. Okay, so once you've attached your yarn to the top corner there, you're just going to chain 3, then you're going to double crochet evenly across the top here. And it's going to be a little tight, and you just kind of work into wherever your crochet hook will fit. Okay, so you're just going to double crochet all along across the top here, all the way to this corner over here, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so after this row, we are going to chain 3, and we're going to turn our work. Then I'm going to double crochet 1 in each stitch all the way across this row here. And I'll meet you back. Okay, so now I've done 2 rows. Now I'm going to cut off this and attach a new color. Okay, so once you got your new color attached, you're just going to pull through to get it started. You're going to chain 3. Then you're going to double crochet 1 in each stitch all the way across. So this part is pretty repetitive, so I'll just meet you back after the 7 rows are done here. So I'm going to do 2 blue, 2 cream, 2 blue, and then 1 cream at the top. And I will meet you back to show you what it looks like. Again, you're just going to double crochet 1 in each stitch, chain 3, turn, and repeat. Okay. So this is what your piece should be looking like right now. You have 7 rows at the top. I still have my yarn attached to my hook. And now I'm just going to work down the side here. I'm going to double crochet 1 evenly as I can all the way to the bottom here. to the 7 stitches. So 1 double crochet evenly across. First you're going to chain 3. And just double crochet anywhere you can fit your hook. And I'll meet you back at the 7th row right here. Okay, so I ended up doing 14 stitches. So now I'm just going to chain 3. I'm going to turn my work. I'm going to double crochet 1 in each stitch all the way across this little row here. And I'll meet you at the end here. Okay, so we're going to chain 3, turn our work, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet in the next stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches, chain 2, skip 2, and double crochet 2 in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so now for the last row, we're going to chain 1, single crochet in that same stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet 2 in that space, single crochet 2 in the next 2 stitches, or single crochet 1 in the next 2 stitches, single crochet 2 in the next space, all the way until the end of the row. Okay, so now I'm going to tie off. So this is what your piece should be looking like now. This is the sides where you'll be strapping the laces back and forth to over the hips. So now we're going to repeat that same process. Over here, you're going to attach your yarn on the corner, double crochet down 14, chain 3, turn your work, double crochet 1 in each stitch all the way up, chain 3, turn your work, and then we're going to double crochet 2, chain 2, skip 2, double crochet 2 to form those spaces. And then for the last row, we're going to single crochet all the way up the top. So you're just going to repeat this process over here. And I will meet you back. Okay, so I've done the other side here, so that's what your piece should be looking like. Okay, so for the back portion, I did the same technique as the front, only I'm going to add another 2 more rows. So you're just going to do the same pattern with double crocheting 3 at each corner and double crocheting 1 in each stitch in between. I'm just going to carry that on for another 2 rows. So I will meet you back whenever I do so. If you are smaller than a medium, I would just stick with this. But if you are larger, then I would of course do more than 2 rows. 1 row finished. Okay, so I just finished the last row there, so this is how it should be looking. Now I'm going to do similar to what I did to the front, so I'm going to build up right here with rows going this way. So I'm going to attach my yarn. I'm going to start with the blue, and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I have attached my yarn. and now I will pull through to get it started, and I will chain 3. So now I'm just going to double crochet as evenly as I can in any space that will fit, a double crochet. Okay, so similar to the front, I'm just going to be double crocheting along the edge, and I will meet you back when you finish this row, and I'll meet you back at this corner. Okay, so I ended up doing 34 double crochets in this row. So now I'm going to continue up by chaining 3 and turning my work. And then I'm going to double crochet 1 in each stitch across. So I'll be double crocheting all the way across, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so I finished doing this row, so I'm going to tie off this color, and then I'm going to attach my cream color to start the next row. So I'll meet you back. So I have attached my new color, and I'm not going to bore you with going through the same thing again since I showed you on the front portion, but I'll just do a quick recap. I'm going to be doing 7 rows. I'm going to be double crocheting 1 in each stitch and chaining 3 and turning in between each row. So I will meet you back after the 7 rows are finished. Okay, so I finished the back portion of the 7 rows, and like the front, the sides here are going to be the exact same. So you're going to chain out 3 and double crochet 14, double crochet 3, go up, and then double crochet 1 in each stitch, and then do the open spaces just like the front. So rewind, rewatch if you have to, and once I get both sides done, I'll meet you back here, and then all that we'll have to do is the crotch portion. Okay, so I just finished the back portion here, so now I'm going to start the crotch area. So I'm going to flip it this way, and the middle stitches there, see there's a cluster of 3. That middle one is the middle stitch. So counting from the middle, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So in that 5th stitch is where you're going to attach your yarn. Okay, so now that it's attached, you are going to pull through to get it started, and you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So in the next stitch, you're going to double crochet 1. Then you're going to double crochet 1 in the next stitch. Then you're going to half double crochet in the next stitch. And then you're going to single crochet in the next stitch. Then you're going to half double crochet in the next stitch. Then you're going to double crochet in the next stitch. Double crochet in the next stitch as well. And then in that last stitch, we're going to triple crochet. Okay. So by doing those different sizes there for that point, and then it ended up making it straight. And that's what we want. So for the next row, we're going to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to turn our work. I'm going to double crochet 1 in each stitch. And then for the next row, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to double crochet, or we're going to chain up 3, turn our work, and double crochet 1 in each stitch. Okay, so now your work should be looking like this, 3 rows right there, and we're going to tie off. we're going to do that same pattern here to the front portion. Okay, so we're going to do that again, but do not tie off on this one. So hold off on tying off and I'll meet you back. Okay, so I just did the same thing to the front here. So we're going to be putting the right sides together here, like a sandwich. And you're going to line up the crotch area. So what we're going to do for this is we are going to slip stitch this together. So that stitch will slip stitch right into there. We'll turn it and slip stitch together all the way across. Okay, so after you've slip stitched that closed, you'll turn it over and like that. And then for the ties, you'll just do a slip knot and chain 150. So I made 2 of those for either side. So all you have to do is sew in your loose ends and it's ready to wear. Thank you for watching.